What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Joey Ray, and today we're going to be comparing the two 50mm Canon lenses. So when I first picked up this Canon 50mm lens, I was broke, I was just starting photo and video, and for $100, I had to buy it. I read a million different reviews, watched a billion different YouTube videos, and this little 1.8 lens got me the professional shots that I needed to build my reel. So I recently upgraded to the 50-1.2 because of the bokeh. I love the bokeh on this lens. The autofocus is great, it's sharp. It's actually my first professional prime lens, and honestly, I love this thing. The bokeh, I use this for interviews, I use this for B-roll, I use this for dancing shots at weddings, I use this pretty much every shoot. This is a staple in my bag, and I wanted to tell you guys about it. So when people are first starting filmmaking, they're always like, oh, I need the nicest gear, but who really gives a We got two 50mm, and I'm going to show you that this 50mm gets some clean shots. All right, let me just... nobody wants goldfish fingers. All right, so back to it. So basically, I had a goldfish stuck in my throat. But basically, we did a low light test. We started at 5,000 ISO, 1/50 shutter speed at 1.8. And basically, you can't even really tell the difference between the two. They're both noisy. I mean, for dancing stuff at like weddings and events and stuff like that, you have ambient light. So it doesn't really matter. To be completely honest, man, I'd rather go stop down at 1.4 or 1.2 if I have to, but 1.8 you could definitely get by with. All right, so in terms of sharpness, there's definitely a little bit of a difference in sharpness. The 50-1.2 is a little bit sharper. You can get a little bit more bokeh, but for the price, is it really worth it? Only you'll be able to decide that. The 1.8, you get great bokeh. The autofocus is pretty decent. We did have a little bit of trouble doing a couple walking shots at 1.8.
Bruh. This is literally not focusing.
We stopped down a little bit, and it did help out a lot. As for the 1.2, this thing stayed in focus the entire time. We had no issues whatsoever outside. Even at 1.2, my face was just in focus. The main difference is, honestly, is the bokeh. You get a slight bit more bokeh. Take a look at this shot that we have of the 5D Mark IV, and you can notice that it is beautiful. It is just beautiful. Not to say that the 1.8 isn't beautiful, but just that bokeh. We love bokeh here. We're bokeh fiends. I need the bokeh. I need bokeh. So if you're in a controlled studio environment, this works wonders. You could barely even tell the difference. It was very minimal, if that. You could see Alex going back, forth, left, right, and he's just in focus. I mean, what more can you ask for? We had the face detect autofocus on the 1DX Mark II, and look at that. That's in focus. So let's talk about the build quality. The build quality of this 55-1.8, it's not the greatest. It is plastic. It's plastic. Let's just say that. It is indestructible. I've dropped this a million times. You could throw this to your friends like, hey, here, Alex, catch this. He got it. Let's throw it back. Boom. This, however, I wouldn't throw. This feels like a nice piece of glass. You see that element? That's a nice element. The focus ring is super smooth. You can get some cool rack focuses. And the autofocus is great, so how can you go wrong? So if you enjoyed this review, I would really appreciate it if you liked and subscribe below. I have 2 subscribers right now, so if you want to be the third, click down below. We're going to try to upload at least 2 videos a week. I got my whole team behind me, and we're doing it. We're doing it, we're doing it, and we're doing it well. 2020, baby. See you in the next one.